As an Indian chess fan, I really don't like when Gukesh and Praggnanandhaa face off against each other. Both of them are amazing chess players, and when they are pitted against each other, they go all out, and generally one of them wins, the other loses, and it's not a great feeling. But as a chess fan, I really enjoy their battles. The reason for it is because both of them have this thing where they want to fight, they want to create new ideas, the tension, not give up, they don't want to agree to draws. And this is a perfect recipe for excellent games. Now, as things stand, Gukesh has had a plus score against Pragg in classical chess. Even in the rapid format of Tata Steel Chess India, he managed to win his game. Now we are looking at the first Blitz game between the two. And this happened in the 8th round of the tournament. Pragg has the black pieces, Gukesh is white, and let's go. Gukesh opens with d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight f3, and Pragg goes for the Bogo Indian. This is what he was playing in this entire event with black. Gukesh goes knight d2, castles, and a3. Black has two approaches here. One is to take on d2 and accept a small disadvantage because then white has the bishop pair. Or you go back bishop e7 and allow white to build this strong center with e4. Pragg goes bishop e7. And now once again, two options for black. One is to play d5, striking in the center, which leads to very sharp play after e5. Or the other approach is to go d6, which is more positional in nature. You will either break with c5 or e5 and play on the dark squares. Pragg plays positionally, bishop e2, knight d7. The knight is going to look for these squares, castles, and e5. Gukesh here thought for a bit and played rook e1, which is not perhaps the best. I guess the best move here is queen c2. And sometimes you also go for ideas like knight b1, knight c3 in such positions. So a sample variation is take bishop f6. You go knight b3, a5, bishop e3, a4, and knight d2. And I think white is slightly better here. Rook e1, pawn takes, knight takes, and now bishop f6 was possible. He goes rook e8. Gukesh goes knight f1. He wants to place his knight on g3 and then look at the f5 square. a5, knight g3, knight c5. So Pragg has got his pieces out. Next, he'll come here. He's putting pressure on e4. He wants to put his bishop on f6, maybe clamp down the queen side with a4. Gukesh goes bishop e3, a4, and now queen c2 seemed natural and normal. Later on, you want to play f4, but Gukesh's move f3 did not make much sense because black has won the battle on the queen side with this formation. White's pawns are a bit crippled. So, in order for white to create play, he has to play in the center. But Gukesh's move f3 creates no such play, and which means that Pragg is now, taking over the initiative. He goes bishop d7, queen c2, knight comes out to c6, rook d1, now takes, and knight to e6, bishop f2, bishop g5. So the dark squares are now getting slowly in black's control. You can see all the dark squares are controlled by the black pieces. Bishop f1, d6, and now Gukesh could have played e5 here. I think that could have led to a very interesting position. In fact, Pragg has to find the very accurate move knight c5 in order to hold the balance. And he has to be very, very careful here with rook a7. And he's okay. But Gukesh goes knight f5. And now Pragg goes knight c5. Knight came to e3. He takes, and queen g5. So black's pieces are very well positioned. The knight is nicely placed. So is the bishop. And after the next move, which is g3, Pragg played a very nice move, f5. Gukesh had to play f4 here, and after queen g4 takes bishop e3, bishop f5, queen d2. The position is roundabout even, but he didn't like this pressure here, so he pushed it away with h4. But then came queen h6, still keeping the pressure, and rook e1 was perhaps necessary. Although after takes, I do feel that this position is very uncomfortable for white, especially because his pawns are a bit advanced and the king is weak. So he played e5 here, and after takes, Gukesh played his rook back to e2. And what was Gukesh's idea is that, look, the bishop is now hanging because my threat is to take on c5. But on the other hand, you can't move your bishop to c6 because f5 is hanging. So, and if you have to play a move like bishop c8, it's already pretty passive and I will be able to create play. So Gukesh felt that this pawn sacrifice with e5 would be fine. But rook e2 was not the most accurate, because now after bishop c6, black would have been clearly better. The reason is after take and I take on f5, there is rook f8. And next move bishop f3 is going to skewer these two rooks. This would not have been possible if he had gone rook back to e1, not to e2. And then this position is maybe okay for white. So rook e2 was not a good move, and rook e7 had to was played by Pragg. He, as we just discussed, he could have gone bishop c6, but rook e7, rook d5, and now rook a e8, good move. Bishop g2. If you were to take here on c5, then after b takes and rook takes c5, you recovered the pawn, but queen b6 just pins you, and that is a lost position. So Gukesh went bishop g2, bishop c6, rook went back, and now this is completely winning position for black. He's pawn up, he's consolidated all his pieces. Rook d1, knight d7, queen c3, and all of a sudden here c5, bishop h3, Pragg blunders. Pragg plays the move, very unbelievable move, e4. He could go queen f7, he could wait, he could go queen g6. There are many moves that give him a huge advantage, but e4 was such a big blunder, because I think he just simply missed that after takes, he loses a critical pawn here. G4, G6 was played, and now this is just going downhill, because after take, Pragg's idea was to take here, rook e5, rook e5, rook e5, knight g4 with a fork. However, what he had missed was that after king g3 takes, bishop d4, he's losing his knight. Pragg did try to fight on with king g7, but after bishop d3, the pin is still there. King f6, king f4, and now there's no way to defend e5. And the game continued with some trades, and in the end, black resigned here, and with this, Gukesh managed to win against Pragg. Once again, very interesting game, very interesting battle. I would say Pragg played really well. He was very close to victory, but there seems to be a small psychological block somewhere when he's facing Gukesh. Gukesh has now scored several wins over him, and let's see if today in the second Blitz game, whether Praggnanandhaa manages to break that sort of small jinx that he has been facing against Gukesh. As of now, Pragg leads the tournament with 6.5 on 9. Vidit and Grishchuk are on 6 out of 9, and Gukesh is on 4.5 out of 9. And we'll bring you the live coverage later in the day. This is Sagar Shah signing off. Bye bye.